Did you ever question why these two guys have a lot of money, but they still don't want to fix their hairline? The problem is they keep using their bangs to cover their hairline, thinking that it's going to be a permanent solution, but that's actually doing more damage. The thing most people don't understand about hair loss is that early detection is very important, and if you notice any signs of hair loss, you need to start addressing it and finding out the root cause that is causing the hair loss, and then start looking for solutions. Because when you leave it too late and you're at a Norwood about 6 or 7, unfortunately, you're probably going to have to consider a hair transplant. Now, hair transplants can come with its positives and a lot of its negatives. The positive side that we all want is to get one hair transplant and be done with it and not have to maintain it afterwards and be able to keep our full head of hair. But unfortunately, that's not the case. The negative sides come with the potential chance of your scalp getting infected, like this patient right here, or dealing with permanent scarring regardless of what procedure you get. That's exactly why I reject about 90% of my clients that come to me that want to get a hair transplant, because the problem is they over expect that their hair transplant is going to get their hair back to as when they were a kid, but that's not how it works. I'm not saying hair transplant should be completely off the table, but it should be left as the very last option until you're completely bald. Something I started suggesting clients who only deal with thinning hair is to try out something like Spectral DNC with 5% minoxidil. How our hair follicles work is that they have something inside called the dermal papilla. Now, the dermal papilla is basically the heart of the hair follicle, and we want to activate it to make it work with our follicles and the surrounding areas that we can spray this on to create a lot more thickness. It's a simple topical spray that you spray around your corners or any areas that are showing signs of balding, and you let it do the work. Great part about minoxidil is that it doesn't work like minoxidil, where there's a lot of unwanted side effects which no one wants to deal with. About a few days ago, I had a young client come up for a follow-up that I hadn't seen for a few months, and he told me he was using this consistently for a month, and the amount of consistency that I'd seen on his hairline, like where he was really balding, actually got me to the point where I didn't think he needed this at all. Now, I always tell my clients that results may vary from person to person, but it depends how consistent you are with this to actually see some progress. If you're worried about your hairline receding and you're losing a lot of hair in the shower, I'm telling you, try out the spray. I'll leave you a link so you can get one too.